Every single one of us has to understand that we are tempted in life. All right, some of you are tempted, as I mentioned earlier, toward sexual sin. It's just the situation you are in life. Some of you are tempted toward, but it's not always those big things. All right, it's not always the I'm going to cheat on someone, hey, I'm going to look at porn, those things are there. But there's more subtle stuff. All right, he's a deceiver, which means he doesn't like to do things in bright colors. He likes to, C.S. Lewis said, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but it's a road that is soft underfoot and there's no sudden turns, which means you don't even know that, like every person in this room, you've got to understand, you're being tempted even at this moment, but you don't know, when you say to yourself, I'm not in a moment of temptation, I'm not in a moment of weakness, that's where it can destroy you. Do you know, this is what I read this week, that the way they slaughter cows, and you are a cow in this metaphor, so stick with it, the way that they slaughter cows is different than the way it used to be. How they used to slaughter cows, they used to pull them in a big truck and have these things and prod, and electrocute them, and they go, and they try to run off. I don't know what the cow noise was there, but whatever the cows do, and they would run off, and it wasn't efficient. So here's what they did. They changed it. Now what they do is everything feels as comfortable as a cow could ever want it to feel. All right, they try to manufacture, so they have all this grass, and they come off and they walk on this grass, and it's a conveyor belt, but it's all soft. And then they push them through this little squeeze machine that feels like their mother is nurturing them and actually feeding them, and they have recollections of their mother and how she loved them when they were a child. And then they're walking, and all of a sudden this thing comes out of nowhere and just slam right in between their eyes. They pass it, and they just start chopping them up. Now, dude, eat burgers. You guys eat burgers. So here's the deal. Every single day of your life, he is putting soft stuff under your feet to chop you up and kill you, man. He wants to destroy you, and you are so are there the big ones? Are there the big sins that we're like, oh, we clearly know about that? Yeah, there is, but there's more subtle stuff. Like, how do I get this group of people right now to waste their life? I gotta get them to waste their life. Sit around and watch Downton Abbey for the rest of the week, and everybody around you is dying and going to hell, and all you do is wait for the next episode to come on Netflix of House of Cards. It's just as deceived as the guy who went out and committed adultery. Not watching that show, wasting your life hour after hour after hour when the people around you don't know who God is and you don't care. Now, nobody in this room would ever say, I don't care. Right? We're not that dumb. Who cares about their neighbor more than Downton Abbey? Right? Everyone's like, I do. I'm not asking you what you say. I'm asking you what you do. How does your life communicate what your actual priorities are in your life? I'm not asking what you say with your mouth. Of course, you've been trained well enough to say what really matters. See, this is what he does. It's subtle. He deceives you, but you don't feel it. And that's when it's most dangerous.